Hello to all traders and welcome to another video of Trade the Volume Waves. I am very happy to announce a new custom indicator. Well, you all know by now that I am a volume trader. Therefore, this baby is also based on volume. Why this custom indicator? Well, because there is always room for improvement, and after the success of Waves Wave Speed Index, a new tool to complement the above or even work as standalone. This is based on Wyckoff, Weiss, and my speed index methodology. Therefore, it's based on waves. It is a manual system and it has been designed for scalpers and swing traders. It is a system for people that like to analyze. It is not a system for people that like to just get buy and sell signals. So, custom waves. Wouldn't it be nice to create your own price waves and analyze what is happening within them? Well, now you can with Wave Anatomy. The new custom indicator is called Wave Anatomy and it's here. And let's see how it's done. I will show you a few print screens and then we will jump to the MT4 platform to see it live. Okay. All right. What you see on the screen, it's a bit busy, but it's busy because I have all these annotations. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. All we do is we create 3 custom waves where we can analyze. We can create them by ourselves. Just by clicking on the right here which says create vertical lines, the program will automatically create 4 vertical lines. And these lines will be connected with a wave line. Alright? So, what these waves are now are our custom waves, and by moving the vertical lines, all the information below and on the left is changing. Let's first look a bit at the information which is going to be available to us. On the left there is an information panel which says for each wave, and the waves are named V1 to V2, V2 to V3, and V3 to V4, so it's 1, 2, 3 waves. We can see the total volume of the wave as a number, the net volume of the wave, which means the bullish bars minus the bearish bars, the pip distance of the wave, in this case 54 pips is this move, and the speed index of this wave, which in this case is 23.9. So this information is displayed for all our custom 3 waves. What else do we have? Down here you see 4 indicators. These are not 4 indicators. It's the same indicator the wave anatomy indicator with different criteria selected. So, in the first one, we see the PIP lines, we see the cumulative PIP lines. The green line is all the bullish bars and the pips moved. It's shown here as the green line. So this is the distance of the bullish bars. The red line, it's the pip lines of the bearish bars. Okay. And the black histogram, it's the net. It's the subtraction of the bullish minus the bearish. So this is the net. So this is basically also the distance, which is the, in this case of wave number 3, it's 122 pips. The second indicator, which is actually the same as the first, the only thing I've changed is that instead of pips, I wanted to see the volume. So right now I have the bullish volume, I have the bearish volume, I have the net volume in the histogram, but I also have the regular waist wave volume, which is the total. Okay, the total volume from here to here. And in this case, it's 4,649. And then, new speed index lines. So these speed index lines are the speed index lines of the bullish and the bearish bars. And if you notice, I have marked the red as bullish and the green as bearish. The reason is, if you remember from the speed index theory, when the price has a hard time to move down, which are the down moves, then the speed index is getting high. So this is the reason these are opposite to each other, so it's visible on your eye where to trade. Trade on green or trade on red. And last window is the regular speed index, where it shows us the speed index progress within the wave. Okay, let me see what else I have on charts like this. That's the information panel we said before, the total volume, the net volume, the pips, and the speed index of each wave. Now, most important of all, why do I need this? Where am I going to use it? Well, I will show you 3 applications of this indicator, and you can think also, I guess, many more. One application is analyzing a Fibonacci level. As you can see here, I have drawn on this chart the down move, the retracement of Fibonacci, okay, which is 5061.8, and then so with my lines, I move them around and I put them exactly at the tops and bottoms, and I got my charts and my speed index down, and then by looking at this, I'm trying to figure out if this Fibonacci will hold and price will go down, or it will keep going. Now, how to do that? This will come on different educational lessons. Another application is analyzing the exit from a range. Let's assume that we were arranging for a while, okay, and then price breaks above this yellow range. and we are able to place our vertical lines anywhere we like in the waves and start analyzing if this break is true or false. Or another application is right here, and it's analyzing a single wave just by cutting it into 3 pieces, cutting it into 3 different waves to figure out if this is going to keep going or it's having hard time to move down and it finds some resistance. And also this indicator is also very valuable, I guess, for people who are trading with Elliott waves and they're trying to figure out the numbering and the turning points. So those are 3 applications that I have off my head, and let's see how it's done on MetaTrader 4. This is available for the time being only for MetaTrader 4 platform. Okay, let's go to MetaTrader 4. Alright, I have a template here. So let me see. Oh, we got no connection. Why we got no connection? Let me connect and disconnect again. Okay, we're live. So instead of wasting the time with analyzing the parameters, I will show you I have a template here that I will load. But let's say that I wanted to create the vertical lines. I just click here and automatically 4 vertical lines are created. Let me load the template. I will load the full one because, as I said, you can change the criteria. So I got 4 vertical lines where wherever I move, 3 waves are created. Now let's say, as you can see, V1, V2, V3 and V4. This order has to be always like this, otherwise you will create an error, and the error, let me show it to you. If I move V3 before V4, it says error, missing or wrong order or missing line. So if I move back and I have the proper order, then I am okay, and I see the numbers and speed index of each wave, also the numbers here, and here we have the pips. It is shown right here. Okay, here we got the volume, and here I got the speed index up and down, the bearish and the bullish, and here at the bottom I have the total speed index. Okay, since MetaTrader 4 is scaling the axis, the reason that you don't see the speed index on the 2 and 3rd wave is because this speed index here on this wave, it's huge. So if we adjust, you will start seeing, okay? I got another, in order to be able to be more readable, I would say, with not too many stuff that is not needed, for me at least for the moment, maybe it will be later on. I have a template with only the lines, without the histograms and without the totals, and it's this one. So right now I'm just looking at the pips here, the volume here, the speed index up and down here, and the speed index total here. And moving is selecting the vertical line and moving it anywhere. And all the information is updated automatically. This information and this information. So this is basically the new toy. And it's going to be very useful for me in analyzing the market. But let me also point out again that this is not for people that just want a buy or a sell signal. This is analyzing, okay? And it's analyzing. It would be very good for scalpers to catch the turning points. This is the latest news, and thank you for watching. If you're interested, you know where to find me. TradeTheVolumeWaves.com. Thanks again.